Okay, in this video I'm gonna show a social media application that I made that I called Facebook. I'm gonna enter here. So when you first enter, you need to make login or sign up. There is also the button for logout to enter the groups, but here you can't enter because there is no login profile. Here you can edit the profile, you can erase your profile here in this button, but you can't do it because there is no login. Here you have the where you can post something, but you need to log in first. Here you can search for a person, and here is the list of friends. So first I'm gonna log in. So when you logged in, you have the profile picture here. There is nothing in the profile picture because I didn't made one. Here you can edit. First I'm gonna show, because I have a list of friends here already. This one, and this one. 4 friends, 4 friend profiles. You can come here, pick a friend. I'm gonna pick this one because he already has posts. When you click here, you can see the posts. If you click on the post, you see posts by the person. And clicking on one of the person's posts. I only put 5 of posts to show every time that you pick a friend. So you can come here and search for another profile. You click here and you see the profile picture, all his information, his email, telephone, his date of birth, and the sex. And also you can add as a friend here. Because this guy is already my friend, you can't add him again. Here you can chat with this person. You click here and you go to the chat screen, so you can enter a message here. It's gonna appear here as the message sent, and the person is gonna receive that message. So let's go back here. If you click on friends, you can go in the person profile. You can see the profile. You see all his messages, and here it's supposed to appear the posts, but there's something wrong. I'm gonna correct this later. And here you can see the profile picture, but there's no profile picture yet. So back here, I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna make a new profile, so I'm gonna call it profile 2. In the email, if you don't put anything, it's gonna have a message, so you have to change it. In the mobile number, you also have the invalid number. The email, I'm gonna put something here. The password, you have to pick a date of birth. and also the sex. When you enter here, you can go on edit. You can select a profile picture, so I'm gonna select this one here. It's gonna save on CLOUDINARY, and you'll be able to see the profile picture now here. There is also the part where you have to set the posts to show in profile, because I can't make it to show all the posts. You have to select the posts that you have. When you first sign up, there is a first profile that is already first post that is already made. So I'm gonna make a new one here. I'm gonna call it post 2. You have to come here in this screen. You have to click. This one is the first post that comes when you register in the application, so I'm gonna select this one, and also the second one that I already made, post 2. I'm gonna select this, save it. I'm gonna search for another person profile. I'm gonna add him as a friend, and now I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna enter again with the other profile. Now if we search for profile 2, you can see the profile picture here. On groups, I made 2 groups, public chat groups, so you can click here in this button and then create a new public group. Also, you have the private groups where you can set your friends to be part of the group. So first I'm gonna enter a public chat group. So here is the first public chat. You can enter a message. It's gonna appear as the first your name and second your message. I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna make a reload. And now I'm gonna enter. As you can see, there is the select friends to add. So I'm gonna select one of my friends here. I'm gonna select the profile 2. So now there is the my profile and the second profile that I choose as a friend. I'm gonna send a message, so it's gonna appear here. Okay, back here I'm gonna demonstrate another profile. In the groups part, if you try to enter one of the private chats that's not you are not part of, this one for example, you need to ask for one of the person that's already on the group to enter. and add you as a friend, and after add you on the group. So for the demonstration is this one, okay. Now I already made AIA application, so I'm gonna enter and choose this application here. I'm gonna set this AIA project on the description of the video, so you can have this in the beginning. In the menu screen there is already all the buttons, and also the buttons of the menu: login, sign up, log out, groups, and also the part where you set the posts to appear, but it's not showing here, but here on the back here, this button here, set up posts. So to start, we are going to, on the blocks part, get the button sign up. We are going to send to another screen, and that this screen is gonna be sign up. So let's create this new screen, sign up. We are gonna need here 3 text box. We're gonna set some labels in the middle so there is some space between. Put a password text box, another label, a date picker, a label to the date picker, and that should checkbox, a label for this checkbox, and for finally a button. So this one here, it's gonna be the name. We are gonna set all the text box to be white, and the width is 85%. The next one is the email, also white, width is 85%, and here the hint is email. The third one is the cell phone, so I'm gonna call it mobile number. This one is the password. This label's not gonna have any name, any text, just some height. I'm gonna put 10 pixels. This label here is the date of birth. It's not gonna show anything in the beginning. This one here is for the sex. So this one is male. And this one is female. This one here is to select the date. Put the text color as black, the width as fill parent, and you can change the font size a little bit, and the button to save. These are all the components. Now you're gonna need a time database and 3 Firebase components. The first one is to save the profile. The second one is to save the posts. And the third one is to save the list of friends. I already have the projects made on Firebase, so I'm gonna copy the link. For the posts, this one here, and the list of friends. So for you to make a new project, you have to come on the Firebase, you have to log in as a Google account. You click here in add new project. So I'm gonna call it project. You have come here on database, first steps. This one here is the link to the project, and you have to come on rules and set this here as true, and also this one as true, and click on publish. And if you come here on configurations of the project, you have the key that's for the set as in the Firebase component. So back here now in the blocks part, we are gonna set up when it's back pressed to close the screen. We are gonna get the button save, and we are gonna make some if statements in the button save. So we check, we're gonna need 5 of these else ifs. The 4 ones, the first ones are for you're gonna use this component here is empty. You're gonna check if the name text is empty. You're gonna check if the mobile or email number is empty. So back here we're also gonna need empty block for the password. And we need a notifier. We are gonna send some messages when it's empty. So enter a valid name, and enter a valid email, enter a valid mobile number, and also a password. We are gonna set else here. We are gonna save under the profile store value, the store value event, the tag. We are gonna need a procedure for the email, so I'm gonna call it email. We're gonna replace all text from the text box email because the Firebase doesn't allow you to save an email with the dot. We're gonna change it for underline. So the tag is gonna be a join. Of the email procedure. We are gonna put the mobile number and also the name. Between those two things I'm gonna put a word called plus. Just to join the three text box. The value to store is gonna be make a list and make sublists. We are gonna need 6. The first one I'm gonna call profile name, the key. We are gonna set this way because after we are gonna use this event here, this block, to look for the list with the profile names. So we're gonna call this profile name. When we need this profile name here, we are gonna use the look in pair keys. The key is gonna be profile name and the pair is gonna be the value. So we're gonna get this exactly thing that we are saving here. So the profile name is the text box name. The second one is the email, so I'm gonna call it profile email. The third one is gonna be the mobile number, so I'm gonna call it profile mobile number. We are gonna save the mobile number text box. The other one is gonna be the password, so we are gonna save under the key profile password. We are gonna get the password text box. Now the next one is the birthday. We are gonna need to set something here. We are gonna get the date picker day, date picker month, and date picker year. We are gonna make a join text. So the first one is the month. We're gonna put more 3 strings. The year for last, the day a second, and then we're gonna put this thing here. So after we set a date, we are gonna set the password, the label, date of birth text to this thing here. So when we save, we're gonna save the date of birth text. The last one is gonna be the profile pic. We are not gonna save any profile picture, so we're gonna just save as profile pic this text here. This last one here is profile sex. We are gonna need a if statement. If the male is checked, we are gonna set the label sex text to the male text. If the female is checked, we are gonna set the label text to female. So back here, we're gonna get the label sex to save under the profile sex. So moving on, we are gonna set alert message to say that the profile is saved. So we're gonna call it profile registered. Now what we need to save next is the list of friends. So we're gonna get the store value. The tag is gonna be the same as in the profile, so we're gonna copy this, and the value to store, because there is no friend, is nothing. Now the posts, we're gonna change the post project bucket to the ID. There is this thing here, and we are gonna store the first post. It's gonna be the number 1, and we're gonna call it for last. We are gonna save some things on the time database. We're gonna need 3 of these blocks. The first one is gonna be the ID, so we're gonna save under the tag ID. The second one is the profile picture, so profile picture, we're gonna save the profile pic. And the third one is the profile name. We are gonna get the name text box, and then we're gonna close the screen. These 3 time database events here are for the when we close the screen and go back to the screen menu. We're gonna have the ID of the person, the profile picture, and also the profile name, so we can appear the new registered person in the application. Now we need to go to profile Firebase. We're gonna get the tag list. We are gonna get the event when this screen is initialized. We're gonna get the tag lists. We're gonna get all the IDs. They are saved under the profile Firebase. This one here. We're gonna get the event tag list. We're gonna need a variable. I'm gonna call it list of IDs. I'm gonna set create empty list, so when we get this list of IDs, we're gonna get the value. So we need this list of IDs to go and set the fifth else if when we are saving the new register. We're gonna get under the lists using list thing. The thing is gonna be the ID, and the list is this list that we created now. So it's gonna be the list of IDs. If this ID already exists in the list of IDs, we are gonna set a message, so the person has to change the ID, has to change the mobile number, the name, or the email. So email, name, and mobile number already registered. Now the last part to the register screen, we are gonna get the email text box, lost focus. We are gonna set a if statement. We're gonna check if contains some pieces of text. So we're gonna get the email text and the PC. It's gonna be .com and this one here. Also you're gonna need the length of the email text. We're gonna set if this number is higher than 10 characters. So we're gonna set this as 10, and this is the size of characters, the number of characters in the email text. If the email contains the text .com, this thing, and the length of the email characters are higher than 10, it's gonna pass, so it's nothing gonna happen. If one of these things is incorrect, we're gonna set a message. So we're gonna say to enter a valid email, and with the number, mobile number text box, we're gonna use the lost focus. We're gonna do the same thing with the length. We are gonna change this one for mobile number, this thing for higher or equal to 8 numbers. If it's not higher than or equal to 8 numbers, we're gonna set enter at least 8 numbers for the mobile number. And for the last thing, we are gonna check if that's a number. So mobile text is number, nothing's gonna happen. If it's not a number, we're gonna set enter only numbers for this field. So this is the sign up screen, all the events and blocks needed. Back in the screen 1, we are gonna back on the menu screen. We're gonna raise an event called when another screen is closed. So we're gonna set this thing here. I'm gonna set a if statement. We're gonna check if the screen name is equal to sign up. If is equal to sign up, we are gonna change the label profile name we're gonna get the time database, get value, the tag is profile name, we're gonna make another if statement, we're gonna check if the profile pic is equal to profile pic, we are gonna set the profile pic picture to something. If it's not equal to profile pic, we are gonna get the profile pic under the time database. What we need here is an image. We can put here, it's gonna be invisible, we're gonna call it invisible image. The picture is gonna be invisible, so we're gonna set the profile pic to that image, invisible image picture, this one here. We are also gonna need a variable called ID. We are gonna change this variable to the time database get value ID. Back here on the menu screen, you're gonna need a Firebase component. It's gonna be the profile. I already have the project, so it's gonna be the same project as you're gonna save the profile in the sign up. So it's the first project that you need. Also you need the key. You need to change the project bucket to be equal to the one that you are saving under the sign up screen. So the profile one, and also on the menu what we're gonna do with this profile Firebase, we are gonna get some value. The tag is gonna be the profile ID get value from the time database. We are gonna set the event got value. So every time this screen is initialized, it's gonna look under the time database the ID, and we're gonna get value under the project Firebase profile. We are gonna set the label profile picture, the label profile name. We are gonna get the lists event block look up parent keys. The key is gonna be profile name. The pair is the value from the event got value. So every time the screen is initialized, we are gonna have the profile name from the profile person that's logged in the application. This is the first part of the Facebuk application. On the next video we are gonna set the login part, and also we are gonna set some other things to the menu screen, some other user interface things. So this is it.